Many modern researchers are convinced that all modern history is fictitious or distorted. Ancient books and chronicles describe that our ancestors, who lived more than 4,000 years ago, already possessed nuclear weapons capable of destroying entire cities. Before you watch this video, I'm going to ask you to support my channel with a thumbs up. It won't cost you anything, but it means a lot to me and my channel. Thank you. From 1780 to 1817, about 800 megatons of nuclear strikes were launched on planet Earth by outside forces as humans took a long time to recover. Facts: Little Ice Age 1816, destruction of the Great Tartary, more than 100 craters from aerial and ground explosions. Territory of Russia in 1815 to 1816 became a range of grandiose events, accompanied by emission of a considerable quantity of a dust in stratosphere which have plunged all northern hemisphere in darkness and cold for 3 years. Scientists call this the Little Ice Age, but we can also say it in another way, the Little Nuclear Winter. This led to great casualties among the Russian population. From 1780 to 1817, there were sinkholes filled with water, ranging in size from 100 meters to several kilometers. Across Russia, their huge number. Dead Lake appeared only 20 kilometers from Penza, absolutely round, 450 m in diameter. Lakes, which have appeared recently, often have a water level much higher than the rivers flowing nearby. And their names are very unusual: Devil's Lake, Lake Shaitan, Lake Adobo. The locals always have different legends connected with these lakes. Burnt forests: there are almost no forests older than 200 years on Earth, and all over Russia more than 200 years ago trees disappeared sharply, and the old photos also do not show high forests. On the central Russian plain, the forest was restored in the mid-19th century by mass planting in versed squares. Many first floors of houses in old cities were simultaneously underground, for example, Nevsky Prospect in St. Petersburg, houses in Irkutsk, Kazan, Novosibirsk. The top layer of earth was backfilled all over the world. Climate change has occurred. There are no ancient cemeteries, millions of people have gone missing, and human bones are found during construction or in mines under layers of soil. No old landfills before the 1980s. Loss of equipment and technology. 99% of the people on the planet cannot absolutely name their great-great-grandparents, as if everyone's memory has been erased. We cannot replicate the structures of our ancestors. We do not notice the artifacts that fall into the focus of our vision every day, such as the Pillar of Alexandria, the Babilov Bath and St. Isaac's Cathedral in St. Petersburg, the pyramids in Egypt, the Pompeii Column in Alexandria, the megaliths of Peru, Baalbek, and so on, no number of them. All these objects of the past have one remarkable fact in common: they cannot be created in our modern time. In the days of oil and gas and nuclear energy. Not for any money, it is impossible due to the lack of necessary technologies and equipment. Involuntarily one can make a conclusion about a higher technical level of builders of the 17th and earlier centuries. And there is a question: and where, in fact, has all industrial base of ancient builders gone, if there was one? Where is the infrastructure? It was destroyed by nuclear explosions, in place of which there are now often lakes, radiating radiation. For 200 years, cities in the ancient style, especially bastions, have been diligently erased from the face of the earth. This is done in order to break the unified architectural field of the planet, so that the modern population has not guessed that the world was already global. In 1780 a world war broke out, which the Slavs lost. Many huge trees in the territory of Russia were completely destroyed. The maximum age of many trees in Russia is no older than 100 to 200 years. Only very rare trees were able to stand more than 200 years after the nuclear strikes. In fact, many so-called forests are young plants. For 36 years since 1780 the map of the planet has been changed beyond recognition by thermonuclear strikes. About 95% of the people have been burned and the survivors have been turned into slaves, erasing the memory of the past and imposing the cult of money, the cult of egoism, lies and rivalry. Huge craters from nuclear strikes, falsely called asteroid dents, have been left all over the world. Some nuclear strikes have resulted in lakes. The largest crater is the Bermuda crater, diameter 1,250 kilometers. Ontong Java diameter, 1,200 kilometers. Las Antilles diameter, 950 kilometers. Bangui diameter, 810 kilometers. Pribelkushili diameter, 720 kilometers. Uralic diameter, 500 kilometers. Craters from nuclear strikes are huge, but the official versions of the so-called scientists about the causes of the huge craters allegedly from the fall of meteorites. For the surviving slaves, they began to build prison cities with small spaces in which it is psychologically difficult for everyone to evolve, as people simply begin to copy each other's habits and desires. People have been imposed computer technology that has completely enslaved their attention and distracted them from their past. The rulers of the planet know that it is easier to control people crammed into tight spaces than it is to control free minds. iPhones, TV, computers were created to divert attention to movies, games, carnal animal passions, and to erase people's memories. This is why less than 1% of people are interested in the true past. Many people enslaved by entertainment and work don't have free time to study facts and evidence. I thank you for watching. Your support is very important to me. Your comments and thumbs up motivate me to release new videos on interesting topics. Subscribe and turn on notifications. See you in the new videos.